by James. Carmelo Anthony with a big. Couple good moves, but couldn't finish. Anthony has to hoist it up. And hits a three-point.
And we talked a little bit as Shumpert goes with a big two-hander.
The back getting on its feet. 5 seconds. Anthony fires the three.
Step, you got to step back. That's 3 straight offensive rebounds and redos by the Knicks.
Closing seconds down to final minute, first half. Anthony throws it down.
They've got to play the rest of the season. Porzingis knocked it away.
Good look away. Carmelo in the low call for it against Robertson. Anthony, quick spin move, gets inside and finishes. Excellent job on Anthony. Anthony now drives, gets inside and finishes. Carmelo Anthony. Anthony fires a three. Bang! Anthony backs in, turns, puts it up, puts it in with 3 seconds. Bothered by Lou.
I just shot my shot at this little dot. I'm trying to crit that neck on her big neck. My niggas trying to crit.
What's up, YouTube? It's Drew. I'm back in the video with a big body banger Chris Ronnie 3 video. Now, first things first, make sure you like, subscribe, roll the fight. And today I am the build dealer on your little corner because that way it is Carmelo Anthony build video. Yes, sir, was requested this today. I had a good time with this build as always. You know, this is Knicks Melo, not Denver Melo, not young rookie Melo, but it's still a dominant OP shot creating type of build. You know, I really want to hear y'all thoughts down below because I had a good time with this build, and I definitely thought that this was like a very, very great build that I made offensively, defensively, regardless. Like, not great defensively because it's Melo, but still good defensively. It still can hold its own. But yeah, as we know, Melo was recently out the league. You know, he had his last year with the Lakers, but I don't think he's going to be picked up anytime soon. I don't think he's really looking, but if he is, we'll see. But yeah, I think he's done for now. But either way, he had a great career. I wish he would have had a ring, but you know, that's always the what if. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right to the attributes I use for this Carmelo Anthony build video. All right, so as you see, he's a small forward, 6'8", 240 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan and a solid body shape. This is all accurate and true to him, from the weight to the height to the wingspan. You know, I always try to keep it as accurate as possible, so that same thing applies here. Now, with the attributes, this is a very goated build. It is very offensively minded. Like, there is not one weakness it has. So I'm going to start off with shooting. I'm going to put his 3-point shot up to an 85, his mid-range up to an 85. Then I'm going to put his driving dunk all the way up to an 86. Going to put his post control up to an 85. Then I'm going to put his driving layup at base, you know, at 85, but that could also be adjusted to an 80. It's based on really what you want. Now, for the close shot, I would put it towards 70. For the ball handling, I would max that out to get a Hall of Fame quick first step, max out the speed with ball, and put the pass accuracy up to 60. Remember, it's Melo. You know, you're not really going to be passing the ball like that. You want his perimeter defense, steal, interior defense, block, and defensive rebound all at 70. You know, Melo wasn't the greatest defender, but he wasn't a slouch, so I tried to represent that as good as possible. 80 speed, max acceleration, 76 strength for the back downs in the post, 95 stamina, and a 75 vertical. Remember, this is Knicks Melo. Yes, he could still dunk on defenders, but he wasn't at like the same Denver Melo, you know, that we all know and love. Or we still love Melo regardless, though. But I'm going to put 1 extra point toward mid-range shot, and then the rest you can figure out what you want to do with. I would personally either put it toward close shot and free throw. You know, you could try to put it toward defense, but close shot is probably the best place to put it at, and then the rest toward free throw. And that is pretty much the build. Let me know what y'all think down below, what y'all would change, what y'all like about the build, what y'all don't like, you know. And honestly, if y'all hate me, because I need to know. If you hate me, I need to know, and I need to know why, because then I can figure out the reason to quit and stuff. Sorry, no, I'm not gonna quit though. But as you see in the takeovers, I have access to slashing takeover, shotgun takeover, sharpshooting takeover, and post scoring takeover. So this is a very wide range, especially with the post scoring takeover. With this build, I would either go with negative impact and pull-up precision, or negative impact and post shot daggers. But you know, it's up to you at the end of the day. I would personally do post shot daggers because I like to play in the post, you know, as a player, regardless of what position I'm on. I always try to make sure my main build has some sort of post control so I can play in the post. And you see in the shades of, I don't exactly get Melo, but I get this man, Richard Jefferson. I got the beanbag himself on my screen, and that's all that matters. You know, Jaylen Brown and Andrew Wiggins. But honestly, that Richard Jefferson, like, you know, he's a fine man, number 24, you feel me, just for Kobe. But as you see with the badge spread, it's very, very balanced in the badge spread. See, I would, with the +4 badge attributes that you get, I would allocate them toward finishing and defense. You know, you could also put it towards shooting. Honestly, not even just finishing and defense. You could either do finishing and defense or playmaking and defense. I say defense because you have, 13 defensive badges? You need 2 more to get tier 3 badges. You know, if you want tier 3 badges, just put 2 more toward defense, and then you could put the rest toward shooting or finishing. But yeah, or not finishing, either finishing or playmaking. You know, I would choose that. But as you see with the build, it is a very ISO-based type of build. You know, I was able to play off the catch, play in the post, play off the dribble. You know, like, I had a fun time with this build. I was able to go into the triple threat like Melo loves to do and work my opponent, work my defender. And on top of that, the amount of acrobatic lays and finishes that I had this game was unreal. The post moves that I was able to put on the defenders was also unreal. I was able to shoot post fades like Melo could. You know, like, really utilize all of my scoring options. But yes, let's talk about Melo. As I said earlier, man's never won a ring. You know, that's obviously going to be the biggest blemish on his career. But other than that, he is definitely a Hall of Famer. Is he first ballot though? That is the question. I think that he deserves a first ballot for what he did, you know, for scoring. He really did, in a way, revolutionize scoring. He was one of those, 6'8" players that could also put the ball on the floor and give you 30 a night just from shooting mid-range shots. You know, that is like similar to a Tracy McGrady type of player. You know, Tracy McGrady could give you 30 a night putting the ball on the floor. I feel like they're very similar in terms of their play style, in terms of how they like to play. You know, obviously McGrady was a lot more athletic, but still, you know, I think if Tracy McGrady was a first ballot Hall of Famer, I think that, I don't know if he was for sure, but if he was a first ballot Hall of Famer, Carmelo Anthony definitely deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And, you know, just for his career, like, we saw the amount of buckets he got. He had the opportunity to go to the Heat. That definitely would have brought him a ring. But I think looking back on it, he probably does regret that because he could have got the rings that he needed just to solidify his legacy. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. Road to 5K, you know what I'm saying? Comment whatever build y'all want in the next video. And until then, I'm out. Peace.